Hi guys, thanks so much for tuning back into our channel. My name's Alora.
And I'm Anthony.
And please pardon the noise in the background. We're gonna be recording outside, but I'm pretty sure you guys can hear us pretty well. Anyway, today we're gonna be talking all about our fertility journey and how we got pregnant with Astra.
Yep.
So if you are somebody who's looking to get pregnant, if you've had a little bit of trouble getting pregnant, or if you're just nosy, just keep on watching. So a couple months before we got pregnant with Astra, we went to Peru. We stayed there for about 14 days, and through our time in Peru, we realized how dehydrated we were.
Yeah, and how much we loved each other at the same time.
Right, and those are two key points that I wanted to just highlight before we started, because they do mean something when it comes to fertility. So the first things first is water. You have to be drinking a lot of water. And while we were in Peru, we were up in elevation, so drinking a lot of water really helped. So coming back from Peru, we started implementing that into just a daily lifestyle. I was drinking a lot more water than I was prior to going to Peru. And so I think that really did help with my hydration levels. My body was getting a little bit more acclimated to the fact of me being hydrated, and hydration just makes all the organs work so much better. Right. So I think that was my main thing for me personally. I know that Anthony is not a huge water drinker, but he did start drinking a lot more water, right?
I did start drinking more water. And it's not that I'm not a huge water drinker. It's just I don't drink a gallon a day, let's say. So I don't do that. Unfortunately, I would like to, but it's a little harder for me. Anyway, so like I would say that was true. Like the hydration did help to start the process. Mm-hmm. But then there was other things that we did, which I guess we're gonna go into in a second.
In our trip to Peru, we actually ended up getting engaged.
Right. At the highest elevation that we were at.
Right.
It wasn't Machu Picchu, it was in Puno.
It was in Puno.
Which I have to look up the exact number, which I'll put here, but it was very high.
Yeah, it's super high.
It was super high.
It's like 10,000 feet, something like that? 13,000 feet?
Something like that.
Yeah.
But we'll put the exact numbers so you know.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of emotions, like as far as Alora feeling sick, and I was like taking care of her at the same time as like being in a foreign country was a little intense, but in the whole grand scheme of it, it just made sense that, you know, like if I'm gonna do all the things I want to do for her, I love her, you know, to the extent that I would love to marry her. And so yeah, we got engaged, and moving forward, we got back home from Peru after a crazy time at the airport. 3 days. 3 days being trapped at the airport makes you love a person even more.
Right.
You are sleeping in the same clothes for 3 days, basically. And
cleaning up in the washroom.
Taking turns, staying up to watch the bags and whatever. So we had each other's back. So I think that's key. Make sure whoever you're gonna have, sorry for the dog in the background, but whoever you're gonna be with, make sure they have your back.
So we say all that to say that the entire process, we were forgiving one another, we were forgiving ourselves, and through that process of forgiving, we were releasing all those negative energies that no longer served us. And so I think that is very key. If you're not able to get pregnant at this time, that is something that you need to look into doing. Is there something that is harboring you from getting to this next goal? Right. So make sure that you're meditating, make sure that you're writing down what it is that you're wanting, make sure that however you feel like you want to do it, if meditation isn't your thing, if prayer isn't your thing, just deep thought, whatever it is, you have to just focus on what it is that you're wanting and release everything that doesn't serve that purpose. So,
it's early in the morning, sorry, so tired. We look like we came from a party, but we just woke up.
Right. We're going to a party after this, which is why we're recording so early. So anyway, once we got back from Peru, we were doing a lot less, one of those things being eating out as often. So cutting ourselves back from eating poor, malnutrition food, things that didn't have a lot of nutritional value, would benefit you at this point in your journey. So for us, a few months later, we ended up doing the raw vegan diet, and that was for 2 weeks. We did it. We were only eating raw foods, so that really consisted of, like, of course, your water, juices. So we were juice fasting. We were eating raw nuts, chia pudding,
dark leafy greens,
flax, watercress, mushrooms. There were so many different things that we tried. So
if you go to your produce section, that's basically where we were the whole time.
Right. When you're doing a raw diet, the nutrition doesn't get cooked out. So the nutrition was at its highest level that it could possibly be.
Right.
And so even though we weren't trying for a child, it was very easy to end up getting pregnant because of the fact that everything was kind of aligned exactly the way it was supposed to be. We were more in love than I think we've had ever been at that point. But just because of our journey through Peru. We haven't even talked about all the crazy stuff that we went through, but it really did draw us closer together. Just that connection with yourself, the connection with the person that you're wanting to conceive with is super, super important. And if you both take that journey, because we did this raw diet together, it wasn't just me, it wasn't just Anthony, then I think that that's a really big point.
Right, yeah, because we were both in it together, which I believe is the main point of even getting married or having a baby. It's like trying to be in it together, and sometimes that's not the case with a lot of people, and we understand. We're not saying anything about it. Yeah. We're just saying that we believe that that's an essential step into being more fertile. If you've been trying to get pregnant and it hasn't been working, there's been some miscarriages, and I'm sorry for that, for anyone out there. We've been through it ourselves, and we didn't think that this was gonna land to this point of us having a child, but apparently that raw diet was the nail that built our home.
Right.
Let's say that. I wouldn't say the other way, because it's not. It built us our home without us even realizing it.
It's true. We didn't realize it until after the fact.
Right.
Of all the things that we did that really aligned us into that, including planting. We were focused a lot on our plants.
Right.
So focusing on the growth of others can really help the growth within you. And that's period. It doesn't have to be something that you're doing to get pregnant, but like if you're wanting to grow, get a plant. I promise watching that plant grow will help you internally grow as well. And so we were ready. We both wanted a family. We were ready in our spirits for this next step.
Yeah.
So I think that was really, even though like our physical was like, no.
Yeah, we were like kind of 3 years we wanted to give it, something like that.
Right.
Everything else said, nah.
Everything happens for a reason.
It's about that time.
Right.
So,
So
with that being said, I don't know, like,
I think the only thing else that we didn't talk about was us kind of being more active. That attributes to Peru as well. When we when we came back from Peru, we were just so motivated that we were doing all these things, being healthy and drinking more water and working out, going on walks every day and doing all these different things. So those things, I really truly do believe that they attributed so much. Now, we're not professionals, we're not doctors, so if these things are just like normal everyday things that you can implement, but I know a lot of people, the detoxing works. The detoxing will work, and that's just because your body needs to release all of things that are not serving the body, so that the body can be replenished with new things. And that is exactly what we did. So
because we both like Laura needs to do it for her body, and I obviously have to do it for my body. It's not just like, oh, because I'm a man I could just make babies all the time. That's not always the case. We also put in a lot of toxins in our body that kind of can have a detrimental effect for our reproductive systems.
Yes, and I'm so happy that you mentioned that, and then we're gonna go. You're so right. There's so much going on with women nowadays that women can't produce, when really that's not the case at all. It's honestly both.
Yeah.
It's so both.
I was worried for a little bit because there were some times where I thought we almost got pregnant and then we didn't, and I'm just like, shit. Am my swimmers not swimming? Like, are they slow?
He literally used that term.
Are they lackadaisical? Like
and that is a very true thing. It can really happen. So
my uncle actually said that to me too. He's like, man, I thought your swimmers weren't swimming, man. And I was like, yeah, me too. I was like, me too.
I did not know that. No. But it is true for a lot of men, especially when you're consuming things that don't serve your body, things that are dehydrating, sodas and things that aren't real, Gatorade. Those things are not. They're not real.
I drank a lot of Gatorade in my football days.
A lot of people do, thinking that they're getting electrolytes. The best way to consume natural electrolytes is through coconut water. So it is. It truly is. Breastfeeding, coconut water. Dehydration of any sort, you throw up, coconut water. But that's it. We're not gonna keep you any longer, and we gotta go. So we will talk to you very soon, and see you in our next video. Make sure to subscribe
and like, because we want that algorithm to start picking us up a little bit more, so more people can watch these videos. If you have any questions, please comment down below or send us a DM, or hit us up on Instagram at Life of Calero,
and share with your friends.
We look forward to seeing you next time.
Bye.
Peace.